Lucy and Ricky weren't allowed to sleep in the same bed together, but they were fucking married, man. Like, it was a different time in the world.
Very different.
Way different world. But I'll tell you something that makes that time cool, to me anyway, is like when artists sang about like drugs and things, they had to figure out an artistic way to, because they couldn't just come out and say it.
Right.
Yeah.
These days, artists don't give a shit.
You can say anything.
Yeah, they just
don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me.
Yeah, like I've heard like rap songs where they're just like listing off types of narcotics that they enjoy, and it's just weird, man.
Yeah, it's a different
but
time.
Back in the day, like a long time ago, back in like the 50s and 60s, if you wanted to do a song about heroin, man, you had to hide the fact that you were talking about,
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah. What's his name? He wrote a bunch of songs for Waylon Jennings. I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. He just died not too long ago. But he wrote a song called Black Rose, man. It's totally about doing heroin. But he makes it all about women.
Yeah.
You sing about the drug as though it's a woman that is some sort of serious problem in your world.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's cool, man, because it required a level of artistry that is not required anymore.
Right.
That's why a lot of the songs I write, man, every now and again, I don't do that very often just because it's something that's already been done a lot.
Right.
But I try to do the same thing just because, man, sure, you can come out and just be like, I love doing drugs, but it's way better to write this song that's like, where it's like hidden in it. Townes Van Zant's White Freightliner, man.
Right.
Where, it sounds like he's talking about highways and just being gone and, losing friends and stuff, but that song is totally about being a cokehead.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no two ways about it. It has to be what it's about.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with drugs, but a pearl necklace from ZZ Top.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
Totally.
It took me forever, even as mid-20s, when, I was just like, what? Oh!
Man.
I get it.
When I realized
the Tube Steak Boogie.
Tube Steak Boogie, right? The big
Dude,
10-inch. Big 10-inch from Aerosmith. I mean, are you kidding me right now?
You listen to it, you're just like, Jesus Christ, these filthy fuckers.
But you know what? It's kind of... I miss the romance of kind of coming
That's
up.
what he's saying is like back in those days, you had to actually put a little more art into it to conceal it. And that was kind of the fun of it.
Well, that's sort of what made
Puff the Magic
special.
Dragon. What a wonderful way to say
what
that.
a total acid trip song that was.
Yeah, totally.
And it's just about some kid having a dream. Really?
Dude, that's why you got to love like a lot of stuff the Beatles did, like Strawberry Fields Forever and stuff. Like, it's so weird and so different.
We all live in a yellow
but for
submarine.
some reason, we all know exactly what it is they're getting at. You know what I mean?
It's so funny.
We need to bring that back. We don't need songs like WAP. That's just you're just telling me too much information. Just try to make it more,
I get it, the whole shock value thing, man.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, as far as shock value goes and just like brutal honesty, the world already had G.G. Allen, man. We've already had all the shock and filth that we can possibly handle.
Yeah.
Because you can't take it no further than G.G. did. It just, if you do, I don't want to be there for it. You know what I mean? But that's all these people do these days.
Yeah.
And it's... I guess it's fine for the people that are into it, man. But like, artists have always been sort of, I guess censorship in a way has helped us, you're not allowed to paint exactly what you want to paint. You're not allowed to say exactly what you want to say. And artists have always been people that have been like, fuck you, I'm going to find a way to do it anyway.
That's right.
That's right. And you're going to love it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it cool. That doesn't exist anymore. That shit is gone.
Goes back to taking risks. I think that if you take a risk as an artist, whatever kind of artist it is, you take a risk, you're eventually... people are so afraid sometimes because of the cancel culture and all that shit.
Yeah, you can't offend anybody these days. If you do, you're fucked.
Yeah, right. But now I think we're getting past the cancel culture, and I think it's becoming.
I hope so.
I do too. Jesus God, I hope so. In comedy, in music, in all forms of art.
It's ruined comedy.
Oh gosh, and I think there's so many comedians that are now going, "Fuck you, we're coming back." Have you heard Louis C.K.'s new shit? Oh my God. It's the best. Like he came back and he's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna just talk about it and we're gonna have a good time."
That's what I love about Doug Stanhope, man.
Oh, he's so good.
Oh, he's my favorite comedian, man.
He's so good.
And he doesn't give a shit.
No.
He just comes out and does it. If you don't like it, fuck you. You'll be fine.
He's the biggest. He's the biggest advocate of Johnny Depp right now.
Is he?
Like he is big. He's good friends with Johnny Depp, and we listen to Bill Burr a lot.
Bill Burr rules too.
Yeah. And so Bill Burr is like, "Oh my God, did you hear Stanhope talking?" And he don't give a fuck about shit. And he's like, "Fuck Amber Heard," and blah 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 blah. Oh my God, it's so good. But I'm hoping that this culture that we sunk into for the last couple of fucking years is getting over with.
Everybody's so fucking sensitive, man.
Dude,
I can't say anything anymore.
You can't say anything.
Feelings.
So now everybody's like, since I can't say anything, I'm gonna say what the fuck. Like, I'm hoping that's what's happening.
You're going to have to. If you don't just, you cannot go out there and make a name for yourself or carve out your own little piece of this world if you're afraid to hurt somebody's feelings.
Exactly.
Right. Just, you have to.
Right.
Yeah. And Mike McWhorter is agreeing. He says cancel culture ruins everything 100%. Exactly. I'm just so sick of it. And I think most of us are. And I think the people who have a large audience, Louis C.K., Bill Burr, freaking, I don't know, you two, who cares? Whoever has a large audience, I think a lot of them are starting to go, I am sick of this. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take the larger audiences to hear these people go, stop it. And then it's going to find, I hope it's going to calm down.
Well, at the same time, what I think is actually kind of tragic in the entire thing is that most everyone has heard. We've heard your woke concerns.
Like, we got you, and we agree.
Got it.
And we actually agree with most of it.
I'm totally fine with you thinking something is a really big deal that maybe I don't think it's a big deal, and now I'm aware to it. I've heard it.
That's a good point.
I've heard it. I've actually listened to it. So you grew some legs, and you have a thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of there's some woke stuff that has been really beneficial.
I agree.
As far as us. Like, oh yeah, I didn't think of it that way before. Even the hashtag Me Too movement and all that stuff. There's been ground gained.
Yes.
In all of that stuff. So now it's like, all right, we got you. We heard you. We are all a little more woke than we were 5 years ago. Now let's get back into some shit talking and some, jokes and some music and stuff like that.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, like, people didn't used to be so easy to offend, man.
Yeah.
Whenever I first moved to Springfield, man, the very first people that I got in tight with were like this group of black people, man.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, I love hanging out with them, man.
Oh, hell
I've
yeah.
never had so much fun kicking it with people who know just like so many white people jokes.
Yeah.
And it's great,
Yeah.
man. We all sit around and talk shit on each other and we had a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Right.
But these days you don't do that because people get mad about it.
It's so weird.
And it's sad because, man, those are my people. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Those are my friends. Like,
Yeah, we feel the same way. And it's also, I think people are choosing to be offended. I think that's another thing. It's like,
it's gratifying for
it's
some
like,
reason.
it's like, let me listen. Yep, that offends me. And it's just like, would you stop? It's
looking for something to be mad about.
Looking for something to be mad about.
It's a convenience thing, man. In this country, we are so used to everything just being fucking like, you get to do whatever you want here. That's the beautiful thing about this place.
It's wonderful,
You can pursue your happiness however you want.
That's right.
But man, when you get so used to that, you get jaded.
Yes.
You just turn into a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude, that's the whole thing. And I just listened to a podcast just today or yesterday, where what do you think the problem is? And the problem is we've just gotten so comfortable. Life is so good, let's say, compared to even 50 years ago or 100 years ago. The struggle is not there like it used to be. So when somebody scares the shit out of us, like we're not going to have any baby formula on the shelves.
Right.
Oh my God. we're going to lose our fucking goddamn minds when there's countries today that are just living that
They've
on
never had
regular.
baby
Well, you know, and this
they don't even
country-
have
They've
baby
never had
formula.
baby formula.
It's like we're freaking out about whether the toilet paper's going to run out on the
Jesus.
shelves.
Yeah.
There's people living without toilet paper right now, like
Absolutely.
normal life. That's just normal life.
Yeah, the everyday life of a child in Uganda.
Yeah.
His version of freedom and happiness is so much different than ours.
Well,
You know?
Yeah.
And so I just want to jump over here. And Mike McWhorter actually said it started with participation trophies and little feelings. Yes, I will agree with that. And then he also says the victim mentality currency now is the huge part of the problem. Yes, there's that. And then Cheryl says, if you're offended, don't fucking look at it or listen. Too much free time. That's the
Right.
other thing.
Yeah.
There's a thing that's literally called doom scrolling. Like they have a term for it now that people are just looking for something. They're looking, oh, there's something I can bitch about. Like
Right.
they get hooked into this thing and they think that they have some righteousness or even some virtue signal that they're going to be like post, boom, I hate this. So it's like they feel better when they
Look at
find
their
something to
face
bitch
up in the
about.
camera and act like there's something special, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, look at me. I'm making a difference.
It's
you know?
crazy.
It's bullshit. It's
And
total
you're not.
bullshit.
You're just bitching. You're not
Yeah.
doing anything
You
about
get-
it.
Well, everybody's man. That 15 seconds of fame, man. Like it's just like jabbing a vein, man.
Yep.
Like you get off on
It
it.
feels
you
so
know?
good. Or
Yeah.
I got 24 likes, man.
Tune in live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central.
On the Unsung Screamers Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Twitter.
And check out our Unsung Screamers podcast.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Ah!